enjoy yourself. You're about to get a message from yours truly. Sit back and enjoy yourself. You're about to hear a message from yours truly. Pure Bama Freeman lifestyle. Ooh, hey. You're about to go from city to city. Yeah, yeah. Traveling across this land. Yeah. Pure Bama Freeman lifestyle. Ooh.
Oh man, what up, man? This is your boy back here once again on YouTube. Shout out to y'all, man. Give you a major salute. But y'all out there, man, just got off from work here in Estados Unidos. The United States, y'all out there working, man, getting that bag, and you got home. You should be pretty much tucked in. It's midnight, it looks like. I hit it off late, man. Man. Hope all is well with everybody, man. Y'all come through, hit the like button if you are up. And if you new, subscribe to the channel. That's right, subscribe to the channel. And also, man, let's drop this real quick, so y'all guys can have access to the QR codes at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. You go to my Instagram, you can go to my my TikTok. Follow me on those two pieces right there. And also, man, again, you can hit the QR code during the show. You can go over to the Cash App. You can go to the PayPal. You can go to the Chime. You can drop your boy a donation. And now it's not going to Smex Tourism. I'm already funded on my trip. I've already paid for my trip. But this is to say, hey, man, we appreciate the content. That's all it is. Just a little drop in the bucket, dude. So if you want to support that, you could definitely go at the bottom of the screen. You see it scrolling right there where it says like, share, subscribe, follow, and all that. You can go right there at $ Pure Bama Freeman on Cash App. $ Pure Bama Freeman on Cash App. And right there at Chime and PayPal, Pure Bama TV. Yeah, you can go there and do that there. You know what I mean? And support. So there you have it. You know, if you want to support, do that there. Also, go follow me over there on Kick. Go follow your boy over there on Kick if you want to. It's the same, Free Men Travel. Yep, that's right, man. Free Men Travel. Thank y'all for coming through. And yeah, just want to see who all will come on this thing late. That's all, man. Just wanted to rap with y'all a little bit. I ain't did a live, you know what I mean? Because honestly, man, just ain't had the energy to do it, you know what I mean? It's just been relaxing, you know, getting my mind right, trying to get shit back to normal, you know? Because, again, if you do the kind of work I do, you need a very hard reset. You know, you do. And some people say, man, you know, you want your channel to grow, you know, you gotta be consistent. You know, well, here's the thing. This motherfucker ain't paying me nothing. So I'm gonna put my energy towards what pays me. You know what I mean? And time is money, money is time. But however, now that I know that you're not gonna make any money, I'm gonna pretty much put my energy and my priorities in line, you know, so YouTube can wait. And I know a lot of y'all, you know, be like, damn, bro, you leave us hanging. No, it's just that I'd rather put my energy into places that is more constructive. and as now into places that is more constructive. And as now into places that. All right, we was over there on Chime. We want to see what Chime looking like over there. But like I said, as of now, you know, I just gotta be on what I'm on. You know what I mean? And that's just about, you know, enjoying myself. You know, enjoying my fucking time off, because again, trucking is very, very stressful, and I've been up on a lot of stress. And as some of you know, before I came here to Thailand, you know, I was very edgy, you know. So yeah, man, you know, I'm just trying to enjoy myself, man. I know I've been leaving y'all hanging, but shit, you know, Thailand does that to you. Shout out to MJ Hines. What up with you, brother? What's good with you, brother, man? Hope all is well with you, dog. And I know you going through the season and all of that good shit. Hope all is well with your brother. And salute to you. You know, I'm gonna definitely, you know, preview a couple things. You know what I mean, from what I've seen so far in the travel space during this difficult time, because it seems like the space is having a difficult time. You know, so. Yeah, we definitely got to preview a few of these things. And, you know, while we at it, man, let's just go on ahead and sort of do that. Well, hold on. Let's do this real quick. Make sure we queued up. Let's make sure we queued up, bro. Before we get into any of that. Hold on. I'm going to get y'all to remember something. I know y'all been hearing ad nauseum about what people could possibly be charged with, all that shit. I mean, I'm hearing guys doing 11-hour live streams. It's just a whole lot, right? So I want to walk it back a little bit. I want to kind of walk it back a little bit and preview some shit. And I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying really anything. I'm going to give an opinion, but I want to definitely let the video do all the talking. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, without further ado, y'all don't, you know, if I'm talking about your favorite content creator, don't be mad, okay? That's all I'm going to do. Let's get it.
We are here at Port of Dubai right now. I finally bought, as I showed you earlier, I finally bought some swimming trunks and flip-flops after 2 weeks of being out here. 3 weeks of being in Brazil, actually almost a month. But we got Fred and we got Floyd.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this, to Fred's defense. He really don't want to be with this weirdo. He really do not want to be around this weirdo. All right, look, I want y'all, we preview this, I want y'all to keep an eye out on, of course, listen to what Austin is saying and remember what he has said. But I want y'all to look at how Fred is taking being around this weirdo. Let's go.
We are here at Port of Dubai right now. I finally bought, as I showed you.
Look at this. Look at how he's looking at him. Look at that. Ain't that creep? Ain't that cringe? Creep? And this man didn't see that. But again, afterwards, he chose to still kick it with him, do content with him, raise money together, get Airbnbs together, you know, travel together, have women together, code approach together, right? Similar talking points, right? Coached him up, all that shit. But is Fred with that? I don't think so. Let's go.
I finally bought some swimming trunks and flip-flops after 2 weeks of being out here. 3 weeks of being in Brazil, actually almost a month. But we got Fred.
Like Fred on his phone, walking sort of away from him. Floyd look like he just trying his best to be in the camera, bro. He want to be part of the goddamn crew so bad, you know what I mean? Just all in all, just a big ass fanboy. He's a paparazzi tagging along. You know what I mean? These guys are in Rio or Baja de Tijuca. That's where they at. And Fred don't want to be associated with this shit. I mean, to me, it just seemed like he doesn't. And I don't know. This is just my opinion again, guys. I'm not charging Fred with anything. I'm not, I'm letting the video speak for itself. I'm reading the body language. I'm just showing you that he don't want to have nothing to do with that shit.
And we got Floyd. Floyd is a subscriber of mine.
Soon as he turned the camera away from him, he went right back to looking at his phone. He don't want to be dealing with really both of these niggas.
We got Fred and we got Floyd. Floyd is a subscriber of mine. He was on one of my live streams. He said he was inspired.
Damn, bro. Like, you see how weird this nigga is? Look at this shit. He either is Smay? Is he Smay? Is he a... Man, this dude is so happy to be with goddamn Austin. Is unreal, bro.
And we got Floyd. Floyd is a subscriber of mine. He was on one of my live streams. He said he was inspired by the video, so he came out here to Brazil, and that means a lot that people had.
Damn, so he was inspired by you? Damn.
He came out here to Brazil, and that means a lot that people are actually watching the videos to the point where I inspired them to come out here.
There you have it, Floyd. I mean, awesome.
And we got Floyd. Floyd is a subscriber of mine. He was on one of my live streams. He said he was inspired by the video, so he came out here to Brazil, and that means a lot that people are actually watching the videos to the point where I inspired them to come out here.
So the thing is, you inspire people. Nothing wrong with that, as you should. You're a content creator. That's part of your job that you chose. Got it. Check. So what happened to the vetting process? What happened to you having a conversation with the guy to make sure he has his wits about him and made sure that, hey, I'm not attaching myself to someone that can fuck my brain up? What happened to that part? Nah, you wanted to brag on somebody, looking at you as a celebrity. You wanted people to note that, hey, I got influence. And this is what you had influence. You had influence the very people that you say people are in your chat. You invited a cringed, extreme, incel. Jeez, bro.
And we got Floyd. Floyd is a subscriber of mine. He was on one of my live streams. He said he was inspired by the video, so he came out here to Brazil, and that means a lot that people are actually watching the videos to the point where I inspired them to come out here. Now, Floyd came out here with nowhere to stay. So we got to work on him getting him an Airbnb or a hotel.
So now you're helping him. You're showing him the ropes. You his goddamn mentor. Now you're establishing your influence on him. Your words and how impactful they are to him. How much your words and what you taught, what it means to him. Right? So much so, he traveled all the way to Brazil with nothing just to start completely over. He even wanted your recommendation for Airbnb, bro. Check.
That was a bold move he took right there. Floyd didn't bring no clothes either, so we're going to have to take him to the mall and get him some gear.
Golly. You didn't? Hold on, bro. If a man said it, okay, there's so many variables. Let me ask y'all something. Let's get off screen for a second. We're going to come back to that. Man. Oh, gosh. This is wild, bro. The space is definitely going through some challenges. Yeah, this is gonna be hard to detach from. You know what I'm saying? This is a hard one. You know, even those of us that's not affiliated with uh, Floyd or Austin, they're gonna find a way to attach us to him, man. And you know, it just, and this is why my position has been: why are y'all pushing these guys in the public? If they're creepy, if they're weird, if they're not responsible, to be honest with you, I mean, because I think if you go to Brazil or any other country, or even matter of fact, just leaving to go to another state without any clothes, without having your Airbnb established, why are you even hanging with people like that? Listen, I don't want to hang with nobody that can't even do the basic shit. I don't care if he's young. I don't care if he's old. If a man ain't trying to establish himself some kind of way, I don't see how I can attach myself to that. That's not the company that I'm trying to keep. Austin, on the other hand, mindset is I want to be so famous for uh, influencing people to the degree to where I want to shape this person to my image or to my likeness. And I want to be given credit for basically taking a weirdo, an incel, somebody who may have fucking ADHD or autistic, whatever, however, whatever, right? He want to take this person and reshape him into some modeled man, high value man. And this is the cause. Yeah, man, Creep Cam Floyd, bro. Shit. Woo, he looking at Austin with his shirt off, bro. Yeah, he's like, yeah, man, we gotta go get him some clothes too. Austin got the little, we gonna go get him some clothes too. And goddamn Floyd looking at his sweaty back and his loosey body. He's attractive, man. He looks better in person than on the camera. I can't believe Austin couldn't see the shit. But yeah, y'all gonna blame his age. Oh, he didn't know, man. You know what I mean? Bruh. You can smell weird, bro. You can smell that shit. Floyd looking like a villain from Batman, bro. He looked. I don't even see how Austin didn't see the signs. And again, when we talk about the different variables, I'm like, how did he get in contact with you? That's one. How did he get in contact with you? And two, when y'all did talk, what did y'all talk about? To where it distracted you from picking up the clues, the signs, as to why you should or shouldn't deal with this dude. Why you didn't do that? It's just like, for instance, a couple of you guys that I've hung out with outside of YouTube. I've actually talked to you guys prior to us doing that shit. Extensively. You know what I'm saying? We shared ideas. We inboxed and talked about certain subjects and shit. I want to get a feel on where your mindset is. I wonder how long Austin was talking to goddamn Floyd. If he went through a similar process and he ignored the red flags, then that tells you what you need to know about him. That's all it says. If if Austin was talking to Floyd prior to him flying away to Brazil with nothing, clothes, toothpaste, no Airbnb, just on the whim of, hey, I want to go meet this guy named Austin. I want to meet Austin so bad. He's such a great guy. He has great content. He has so much inspiration. I'm going to go. I'm going to go as far as not having nothing just to meet him. I want to know what that conversation was about. You know what I mean? I just find it strange, honestly. I find it strange, bro. Hold on, y'all. Okay, that was it. You heard Austin got banned from Airbnb. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna preview that too, man. I wanna also preview Skylar shit too. You know what I mean? A recent video he just did. So we're gonna play that. Um, Matter of fact, since you brought it up, we're just gonna go ahead and preview that, and then we're gonna get back to the. We'll just y'all just follow me, man. So I'm not ignoring your comments, because when I go to share the video, I don't see the comments at the point. Yeah, it's a lot going on, man. I already know, bro. So yeah, let's go back to this, man. I want to show y'all this shit. I want to refresh y'all brain.
Airbnb or a hotel. That was a bold move he took right there. Floyd didn't bring no clothes either, so we're gonna have to take him to the mall and get him some gear and cut his hair up too. I need to give him a haircut too. We're gonna get Floyd all the way together. Right about that. And we're gonna let him get a testimony of what it was like being 2 weeks with Austin.
Well, there you have it, bro. There you have it, guys. Right?
He can't wear this the whole 2 weeks. Some new gear because he didn't come out here with shit. So he can't wear this the whole 2 weeks. So we got you right about that. Some new gear because he didn't come out here with shit. So he can't wear this the whole 2 weeks. So we got you right about that.
There you have it. You want to make sure he was good, man.
Sheesh. We about to go over there and get him some. Sheesh. We about to go over there and get him some of that. We in here right now. I don't know the name of the store, but he looking at some Pumas and some. Oh, it's a Nike outlet. Okay, well he's getting some Pumas and some Nikes right now. It's a Puma.
Man, he's trying to help him find some shoes. Got some Air Maxes. I like them little Maxes right there, boy. I like them. 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 Damn, they got some nice little shoes over there in Rio or Baja. Damn, all of them right there fire. You know what I mean? But I ain't even one of them. But thing is though, like he was really trying to remodel this man, bro. Y'all remember this shit?
So, but he looking at some Pumas and some. Oh, it's a Nike outlet. Okay, well he's getting some Pumas and some Nikes right now. It's a Pumas and some Nikes, so we trying to decide. So we got. Oh really? We got. We got Floyd 2 pair of shoes. We got him a. We got a white one,
bro. Like, look how weird he acting, bro. He acting like a fan, dude. Look at how he acting, man. He trying to be in the camera so bad. Look at that. He trying to be in the camera so bad, bro. He wants y'all to know, man. I'm with Austin, man. I'm with Austin, man. I'm with Austin, man. Look at me, man. Y'all can't be like me, man. Wow.
We got we got Floyd 2 pair of shoes.
Boy, you chuckle like he just touched you in the crack of the booty hole, bro.
You got him a you got a white pair. Oh, we got a white pair. You got 1 pair of shoes?
Yeah, I got one pair of Nikes.
Oh, so you got 1 pair of Nikes. I think that was some white. Yeah, it's a white Nikes.
Y'all notice Fred ain't really talking because he don't want to be associated with this shit. He don't want to be around this creep.
Now we about to go back to the crib, and we just ate. We about to go back and change, and then we about to go to the. Sheesh. We about to go over there and get him some of that. We in here right now. I don't know the name of the store, but he looking at some Pumas and some. Oh, it's a Nike outlet.
There you have it. There you have it, guys.
And I went over there, and I got straight to the point. Now, I'm sorry I can't get it on video, but the stuff happened so fast, it's hard to get on video. So we waiting on Floyd right here to try on his shirt so he can show us what it looks like when we speak proper English and not Ebonics. He getting put in the game. Anyway, I got my mojo back now. I'm back in the game. We said that his shirt is too big, so what size is that?
Would you look at that, bro? Would you look at that? Shit, bro. It's crazy, dog.
What size did it say?
I think it's an XG.
XG, so he need a G. Yeah, he needs a regular G. He look a lot better than when he came in. The sleeves could be tighter on that shit, though. What size shirt is that? So we got him a pair of...
Man, he dressed this man up like he was a mannequin, dog. Jeez. Look at this creep, bro. He done dressed this creep up, bro. Dressed him up.
Shorts, 2 or 3 pair of pants, 3 or 4 shirts, and now we're about to go to the Havana store, and it's not right here. So we're about to get him some flip-flops like the one. And I went over there, and I got straight to...
So there y'all have it, man. You know, Austin is dressing up Floyd. He said he had his mojo back because he helped dress Floyd up, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is just unreal, man. Unreal. Lots of wild storylines going on in this space. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm hearing that, like y'all said about the Airbnb thing, and if they cutting off his Airbnb, the question would really be is, what else they gonna cut off? Are they gonna cut off access to his Cash App? Are they, if he has a credit card, in which I don't know if he does, but if he do, are they gonna crack down on that? Are they gonna crack down on maybe shutting down his page? If they cracking down on this, what else they gonna crack down on, bro? If they're cracking down on the Airbnb, the question is, what else are they going to crack down on? What they gonna crack down on? Okay? No, man. That again, if y'all follow my content for a period of time, we've talked about the irresponsibility, bro. And the irresponsibility is if you put all your eggs in social media basket, you setting yourself up for failure, bro. If you're gonna go on a hope and a whim that, hey, I got viral, so now I'm gonna make this a full-time job, you stupid, bro. You big stupid. You feel me? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, he was skinning and grinning, man. And then here go Austin. That type of shit. Feel me? Yeah. It's crazy, man. Crack of the booty. this motherfucker. Whew. Yeah, he did some old Pee Wee Herman ass shit on Austin. Shit. You feel me? Yeah. Goddamn Floyd Herman, goddamn. Hell going on? Shit. Goddamn Floyd Herman, goddamn. Austin took Floyd in a shopping spree like he was a woman. That's what I'm saying. Dressed him up, gave him his opinion. Like, hey, that look good on you, bruh. Yeah, man, you need a shirt with your sleeves a little bit tighter. Yeah, man, you need a smaller shirt. You feel me? To a weirdo, though. You feel me? So my thing is, it shows, again, this is all opinion based, the desperation of Austin wanting to be famous. He went that far left just to say he's a celebrity, to hang out with a creep, somebody that supposedly, maybe, or allegedly has autism or have ADHD, whatever, right? The guy that was at one time leading the so-called passport bros, his whole mindset was, I want to hang out with somebody like that. This is going to be my protege. This is going to be my, my work. This is what I'm going to be known for, is reshaping, remodeling a guy like Floyd. And if you have tendencies or a personality or if you're weird like this guy, then I can remake you. I can reform you. You know what I mean? I can add value to you to where you could be like me. Right? That's what Austin was trying to do. That's what he attempted to do with Floyd. And it didn't work out for whatever reason. We don't know. Thus, kind of prompted him to be investigated. Now, I don't know. He could be. I think that he could be investigated. Large because if you see, they snatched and banned the Airbnb. And then they said it goes as far as, hey, the girl he with, she can't even get an Airbnb. We're going to preview that in a minute. We're going to hear from Austin. Javelin Ray, what's up with you? Slimmy? No, I'm not Slimmy, bro. I'm not, I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is, man. I ain't no small dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm above average. I will say that. But appreciate you for coming through. Thank you, brother, for coming through. Appreciate you for coming through. We're just right here in Thailand, my brother. Javelin Ray. But listen, we got to go into this, though. Hold on. We're going to play, I think, y'all hold on just a minute. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man, if you're new, sub to the channel. Let me see if I can scroll up a little bit. I need to get my phone. But that's what I need to do, is get my goddamn phone and find it from there. Because yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. crazy out here, bro. Crazy, crazy, crazy out here, bro. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go on here and preview this thing with Austin, man. So Austin won't be like, you, it's defamation of character head ass. You know what I'm saying? You know how Austin do. Austin had motherfuckers thinking somebody defaming his name and all that other shit. When in reality, you know what I mean, the tape don't, the numbers in the eye in the sky don't lie, bro. It just don't lie, bro. Come on through, man. As we waiting on that. Yeah, that's weird. Damn battery about to go low. Oh, here we go. There we go. Fine. All right. Thing takes forever, bro. Oh, shit. All right. Let's hear what Austin said.
I want to play this real quick because I don't think Uncle Rico caught this though. But not only is Austin banned from Airbnb, but his girlfriend is too.
Airbnb. Would you believe they said I was part of a criminal organization and they banned me when that whole Floyd thing happened? So I had to literally. That's part of the reason why I hired a lawyer. And so I'm trying to reach back out to them now, and they just doing that same support bullshit where they're like, "Oh, you know, submit an appeal, do this, that, and that." So I might have to like publicly attract their attention, or I'm gonna have the lawyer send them an email first because they don't take that more serious. But yeah, and then I tried to use her Airbnb, and then they banned her too because I put my debit card on there. I'm like,
Did you just hear what he just said?
So they're basically tracking your spending, and they put a flag on your debit card. And Airbnb, they just started with that. Now here's the danger, Austin. They actually can freeze your card. They can actually freeze your card altogether. Check. But I want you to remember, you actually are stuck in Nambia. I think that's where you at. Let's play that again.
For a second, I just want to play this real quick because I don't think Uncle Rico caught this though. But not only is Austin banned from Airbnb, but his girlfriend is too.
Airbnb. Would you believe they said I was part of a criminal organization and they banned me when that whole Floyd thing happened? So I had to literally. That's
Now, who said you was a criminal? You was part of. Who said that there was a criminal organization in the first place? Who mentioned that first? Who labeled you, or who you was associated with? Who they say he was a part of? They said a criminal organization. They labeled the Passport Bros a criminal organization. So therefore, they're saying at this point, if you could read between the lines, they basically saying you're part of the Passport Bros and that you are part of the criminal organization in Brazil. Because the only one that really froze that shit was Brazil, or they got in contact with some companies in America, which Airbnb is an American company. I'm sure that Brazil reached out to them, or the American embassy, you know, the feds, and they basically told them to freeze your shit. Via your card, your debit card. They got the number. They got the information and they just froze it. My thing is, those are signs that you need to basically maybe come back to the crib while the getting is good and see what's going on. For at least you would have some stability, you would have some family, you know what I mean? But you way in Africa and you want to get jammed up in Africa, bro? I think you need to go home, dog, and see what's going on. Because if your Airbnb is compromised, then it seems like to me all the other shit gonna be compromised too. And so that should send off an alert that, yo, I'm at risk. Your living situations can be at risk. Now, again, you can say, well, I can go to a hotel. It goes back to the point about the card, though. What happened if your card get frozen? Now you can't even get a hotel. You can't even go and take care of that chick you with. You can't do shit because everything goes through your card. And if you definitely try to go withdraw all your money, then they gonna definitely flag your shit. So
Part of the reason why I hired a lawyer, and so I'm trying to reach back out to them now, and they just doing that same support.
So where the lawyer? Where's the lawyer from? Is the lawyer is it in Africa? Is it in Brazil? Is it in America? Like, where's the lawyer coming from, bro? And what law are they going by? Did they pass the bar exam from? Bruh, you're a lawyer. Where is he from? Let's start there. Where's your lawyer from? And where do they have licenses to be a lawyer? Because they can't just go anywhere and say, hey, I'm a lawyer. No, they got to pay the bar exam. And I'm sure in Brazil, they're not going to take an American lawyer. You're going to have to get the lawyer from Brazil or a lawyer in Kenya for Kenyan affairs. The city of Nairobi or the city of Rio, city of Sao Paulo or Salvador. No different from you having to have a damn, an exam from the state of Georgia or a state of fucking, you know what I mean? You got to have an exam, a bar exam. You got to be associated with state you in, bro. Now, it could be different in Brazil. You could have foreign lawyers come over there and translate the language. They got to know the Brazilian law. I don't think you're thinking that far ahead, bro. Just my opinion. So in essence, you fuck. Okay? You fuck. You ain't considered none of this shit. It's crazy, bro. Austin even got his girlfriend shadow banned. Now you're going to make her an accomplice to your alleged association with Floyd. See? You done camera her up. You done put on the camera and booed up and trying to sell this idea. Bruh, you got her jammed up too. And she might just get some people on her and say, hey, leave him alone or we're going to lock your ass up. You aiding and abetting a potential criminal. Or you're affiliated with a criminal organization. They could, and she could be totally guilty, totally innocent of this shit. Probably more likely is. She's an innocent person in this situation. But by his association, not saying he's guilty of it, but of course, that's how people judge it. He's dragging her into this shit, bro. And now she gonna get heat from her hometown because they ain't even got at you in Nambia. You don't know if the Kenyan people gonna contact the folks in Nambia to get at you. You ain't thought about that either. I mean, you got so much over your head, bro. Like you ain't even thinking of an exit strategy. You ain't even thinking, bro. You just doing shit. Still doing content. Fuck content. Nigga, get your ass on a plane, go back to Dallas, and see what's going on, bro. Everyone Austin is around gets jammed up in some way very suspect. You even got Fred having to goddamn defend himself. And I can just tell based on the tape that Fred didn't want to have nothing to do with it. And in some cases, he really probably didn't want to have nothing to do with Austin ass. He didn't want to have nothing to do with it. Shadow ban IRL. Yeah, it's just a mess, man. It's just a mess. It's a mess, and he hasn't grown up, man. I mean, listen, guys. This is why I started my whole stream off the way I did. Social media is important, but it's not that important. You know what I mean? I think there are some pros to social media and all of that. I think it's a way to get information. It's a way of sort of seeing what's going on around the world. But you can't get so locked into it to where you lose sight of reality. And I think that Austin needs to face the reality, and that is he needs to go home. And people have been telling him for 2 years he needs to go home. And not only that, he needs to get caught up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to get back into the tax system. I mean, I don't know, maybe he is paying taxes still through YouTube. He may have a legit business with that. Okay, fine. But at some point he needs to like go get an actual job. You know what I mean? And build, some type of Social Security. And then he'll probably try to push back. Or, the retirement age, they pushing the retirement age, so I ain't got to worry about it, bro. It don't matter if they push the retirement age or not. Okay? You need to work and try to build that bitch up as much as you can. You know what I mean? To where you could be somewhat decent if you decide to retire. It don't matter if you have 500,000. 500,000 is better than having 3,000 or 4,000. You know what I'm saying? So I would take my chance of getting a job and trying to put into that retirement versus just winging it on YouTube. Right now, you're just winging it, bro. It's actually impressive how quickly they built and broke something that could have been lucrative. Yeah, he's young and dumb. He don't know how to handle business, man. I mean, we've all heard him say that he didn't know how to get credit or he don't have any credit. So that's a first sign of irresponsibility. That's the sign right there. He ain't handling his business. He ain't established credit, and that's largely he done been 4 years now, 3 years or whatever, traveling the world. No problem. That's good, traveling the world, but what about home? I mean, regardless to how you feel about home, regardless to how I feel about home, it's still home. And, you still got to handle business at home. You still got to have your shit together at home. Excuse me, because at some point you may have to go back home. But he ain't thinking, and, nobody can tell him nothing. Largely because he's a YouTube celebrity, right? Right. You better go home while you can. He ain't gonna listen to MJ. He's still chasing this imaginary fame. This imaginary that someone in Hollywood is gonna eventually pick him up. Or he gonna be on some rap album or some celebrity or some talk show gonna interview him. For him to do what? Talk about what? What are he gonna talk about? What could he possibly talk about? So again, it's unfortunate that He's in this position, and he just don't. It seemed like he don't want to get out of it. He wants to see how far he can drag it out. You know what I mean? To me, it seemed like he want to drag it out. He want to, see how much he can get away with. Bruh, the flag, it needs to be waved. Okay? It needs to be waved. You need to throw that bitch in. The fight is over. Take your ass back to Dallas. Get a fucking job. Start paying taxes. Build your fucking Social Security up. Start building up some type of portfolio. Start investing a little bit of money you may have left from YouTube. You need to do something more than just do YouTube. That same shit you trying to do as far as, get all these people in your subscriber base and you trying to funnel them to this business adventures you've been doing, you can use that same model in America, bro. Because right now, the reasons for why you need to take your ass home is that they're locking down your fucking debit card, bro. Airbnb said, no, we can't take your money no more. So that is attached to your debit card and your name. So what happened if they just fuck your car? What happened if they just say, you know what? We're gonna flag this car. We're gonna freeze his car. We're gonna freeze his assets. Listen, anytime they want you to turn yourself in, right? They freeze assets. They freeze accounts. In this case, they're freezing an app, which is convenient to get somewhere to stay. Okay? This is beyond crazy. And again, on this channel, we got guys in the chat, even myself, who are older men, been telling this young dumbass person that he need to move different. I even went as far as went into his chat and told him he needs to quit YouTube for a while, not altogether, but for a while, and go get a goddamn job. The nigga laughed at me and asked, why should I quit YouTube? Why should I go home? And he said, because he's a successful businessman. I said, you know what? I got it now. He's young, he's dumb, he don't get it, he got to learn the hard way. Got to learn the hard way, bro. Got to learn. Also wants the Kevin Samuels effect. Obvious. He had it, but he didn't know what to do with it. Fumble that bitch. What up with your first? Salute to you, dog. Yo, bro, this is out of control, man. Golly. And again, my position is these leaders of the passport bros, and I'm not against the passport bros, man. I'm just saying, y'all endorse these people. Y'all endorse them. And through endorsements, you have to take accountability for what you've endorsed. Okay? Y'all tried to make him, or did make him, the face of the passport bros, and then he hung out with Floyd to try to add value to him, right? So he could become a high value man. Check. And that shit backfired on him. He was doing all that shit, redressing, remodeling a pedo, an alleged pedo. Now he's guilty by association. So, hey, man. Man. Bro said he gonna have a seminar telling people how to make money online. How fucking low can you go, bro? I mean, listen, bro. I'm not saying he don't know. I don't even know how to respond to that first class. I don't know how to. I'm just not sure. I don't. I mean, help me. How do you respond to that? How you respond to that, man? And he got bigger shit to worry about right now. I'm saying like a seminar, webinar. Um, he's gonna be teaching people finances. And he's a history major now. He's what is he, bro? I just don't know how to respond. Business in what? How? I mean, bro, I'm not gonna learn from a motherfucker that's been trying to remodel or reshape an alleged pedo, bro. Like, I don't need no business advice from you. I don't want no advice from you at all. You listen. What you need to worry about is that debit card. I'm telling you, I ain't thinking about this other shit. I'm talking about that debit card. Austin, I want you to listen to Bama real good. I'm being very serious when I say this. Don't even worry about YouTube right now. Okay? What I want you to really focus on, my brother, is this. Is your debit card. Okay? Listen, I know it seems, that little bitty card, it don't, what I mean? It don't seem like it is, it ain't a big deal. Oh, that was just Airbnb. Okay. My guy, I want you to focus on an exit strategy, and you better hope them people don't freeze all of your cards. And I'm talking about whatever cards you have, however many bank accounts you have. I don't know. You may have only one account. Boy, if you only have one, you screwed. Even if you had multiple, they could just look up your name and just freeze all of them. My thing is this. I want you to remember the comments that I was making in your chat telling you to quit YouTube, take your ass back home, and get a job. Right? Go get a job. And then travel. I want you to remember that. But what you said was, why would I leave a successful business and go home? And even some of the people in your chat was getting at me. Why would he do that? And then you echo what they said. Yeah, why would I do that? This is why, my nigga. Because you don't know whether or not if your car gonna get declined. That compromises everything. You know what I mean? So what I'm telling you is this. Lock in, my guy. Do the Trump. Talking about you. Lock in on that motherfucking debit card. Okay? I hope you're listening. This shit ain't a game. Lock in on that debit card, bro. Okay? Hey. I'm telling you, bro. You better stop playing with them goddamn people. I guess I also go teach them how to beg for cash out. Bruh, what I'm... Listen. I'm gonna tie both of these comments together, class. This is why the debit card means so much in his situation. It means so much, and I think that he's taking it for granted. Oh, it's just a debit card. I get another one, bro. You're in fucking Namibia. That card, they're not gonna mail you that card from fucking America way to Namibia, my nigga. Okay, how you gonna get your fucking mail in America mailed over there? Okay, how you gonna get a new debit card? What you gonna do? The phone scan? Nigga, they got your cell phone. They can flag your shit from every car you try to get. If you get the motherfucking the little tap shit with the phone or the watch, bro, they got all your information, man. They can flag all your shit. Now, going to this point about his card. He said in that video that we just previewed, let's preview it again, that his girl used her name, but they couldn't use his card. That's what he said. Let's play it again. That means that your card has been flagged.
Austin banned from Airbnb, but his girlfriend is too.
Airbnb. Would you believe they said I was part of a criminal organization and they banned me when that whole Floyd thing happened? So I had to.
There it is. That's one point right there. That's Brazil's doing right there, by the way. Brazil is facilitating that. Check. America didn't call you a criminal organization. Brazil did. Rio did. Sao Paulo did. Check. So they prompted them to go to Airbnb, look up your information, flag your shit. Now they in turn to say they ass gonna report your ass to probably the feds in America. You know what I mean? To say that you was part of a criminal organization. You just heard it. You just heard him say that. Let's go.
Criminal organization and they banned me when that whole Floyd thing happened. So I had to literally, that's part of the reason why I hired a lawyer. And so I'm trying to reach back out to them now and they just doing that same.
Again, where the lawyer from? Is the lawyer from goddamn Kenya? Is they from America? Is they from Brazil? You need to first find out who's the one got you banned. Again, I think it's Brazil. You're gonna get a lawyer in Brazil. You can't have a lawyer in Kenya. You can't have a lawyer in fucking America. They're not a part of their bar association. Not only that, ain't no lawyer gonna be fucking translating Portuguese. Okay? They're not gonna do it, Austin. Because they have no jurisdiction down there. Even if they was able to do so, they gonna charge your ass $1,200 an hour to do all that extra shit. Check. So anyway, that's gonna force you to go back to Brazil and deal with the Brazilian shit.
Support bullshit where they're like, oh, you know, submitting the appeal, do this, that, and that. So I might have to like publicly attract their attention, or I'm gonna have the lawyer send them an email first because they don't take that more serious. But yeah, and then I tried to use her Airbnb and then they banned her too because I put my debit card on there. I'm like,
see, there it is right there. She used her Airbnb from her phone number. I want y'all to listen to this, dog. We're going to play that again. We're going to talk about it. Listen to that again.
Because I put my debit card on there. I'm like, and then I tried to use her Airbnb and then they banned her too because I put my debit card on there. I'm like, yeah, and then I tried to use her Airbnb and then they banned her too because I put my debit card on there. Yeah, and then I tried to use her Airbnb and then they banned her too because I put my debit card on there. I'm like, yeah, and then I tried to use her Airbnb and then they banned her too because I put my debit card on there. I'm like,
see, now y'all heard that. Again, Bama don't know what he's talking about. Bama just a little ass YouTuber. He just using ultimate clickbait. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, nigga. I got money. Fuck you. Here's what I'm trying to get you to do. Okay? Are you with me? Let's do the Trump again. You need to focus on that debit card. Okay? Fuck YouTube. Fuck all that shit. Okay? The reality is this. You need to focus on that debit card, bro. Okay? Yo, I'm just being honest, man. Th- I ain't saying not to think about the chick. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, well, let's just visit that real quick because I really want you to focus on your means and how you make how your money flow. Your money get cut off, man. You fucked. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, the girlfriend. This is common sense shit that we need to just ask, bro. Like, how the fuck they know your girlfriend? See, these motherfuckers right here, bro. These motherfuckers right here, they can get your ass. They can scan this woman's face, bro, and get her ID and get her information and flag her ass off of your YouTube. Sheesh. You got her banned off of damn Airbnb too. So now she can't even use Airbnb. She can't even use Airbnb no more, my nigga. This is fucking nuts. Nigga, don't you know that shit that you with her, you ain't gonna be with her forever, nigga. You ain't even trying to marry her. You just trying to do content. So once you gone, my nigga, dude, you done got this girl jammed up on some shit that she had nothing to do with, dog. It's fucked up, man. You got no damn lawyer. Again, this is easy, bro. Just ask him, like, well, where the fuck the lawyer from? You got a Kenyan lawyer for Brazilian affairs? How that's gonna work? Help us, bro. Like, we don't know. We ain't know. You know what I mean? We ain't got 150,000 goddamn subs. I don't know. How you as an influencer can pay for a lawyer in motherfucking Kenya and he's gonna handle your business in Brazil? How it work? How you do it? How that happen? I don't know, but maybe you can make it happen. Maybe you can make it shake. I don't know. I don't see how it works. But it makes me think that you ain't got a lawyer. Or you trying to figure out how to lawyer up. Or what lawyer you can get if you do have to go back to Brazil. In my opinion, these are early signs of them potentially, if they have enough evidence on you based off of what is on them phones. Depends on what's on them phones. Y'all did a whole lot of this shit. Y'all chopped it up heavy. Right? You had parties. I mean, y'all did all kind of shit together, my nigga. I'm saying, whatever is on them phones, hard drives and shit that dude got, they're gonna make some kind of connection. And if it's some substantial shit, then they're gonna have your ass extradited from Africa to Brazil. And if they have to extradite your ass, the chances is you guilty. Because they're confident enough to know they got enough evidence to stick your ass with something. Okay? Because Because they're not gonna waste that kind of resource on somebody if they don't have the evidence. So maybe you're looking for a lawyer that could represent you properly. Okay? But again, you can't trust that, Austin, because that's Brazil. And you don't know if them lawyers are going to side with the Brazilians over you. In my opinion, I believe that will be the case. You will not even see a fair trial, guy. I'm just saying, I don't think you will see a fair trial, bro. Based off of your history in Brazil. And we can debate whether you did something right or wrong. It don't matter. At the end of the day, you got to deal with the piper. Check. She got banned from Airbnb too for some dumb ish, and ain't gonna never see him again when he leaves. Do you honestly think he ever thought about that, man? I mean, do you really believe Austin thought about any of this shit before he did what he did? Again, I just previewed, his early days with Floyd. And all of it led to an innocent woman in Namibia, who, by the way, looked good. I mean, she's straight. I give her an 8, 7 or 8. She nice. Bravo. Salute to you, Austin. Did great. But you're a little too late, bro. You should have did all that shit in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, that girl ain't gonna be able to do basic shit like go on a trip without her shit being banned. Now she gotta possibly get a lawyer that you ain't gonna pay for. Gotta get her a lawyer too now. Right? To get her out of that Airbnb jam. Now she gotta clean her name up. My thing is this. She don't see that as a red flag, man. Like, this nigga got me fucked up even with Airbnb, man. I can't even get a fucking place to stay if I would choose to go to another country within Africa. Can't do it. Because of some shit he was involved with. Allegedly, right? So he just negligent, bro. He's just irresponsible. Now, this brings us up to Skyler, 1MT. We're going to preview this, and I think he made some very valid points. However, though, it doesn't apply to us as black men. And again, I sympathize with the points he's making. He's making some great points. But they're not going to ever look at a white woman or a branca mulher in Brazil, right, as a threat. They're just not, Skylar, so stop with the shenanigans. So we're going to preview it. Let's go.
Okay. So you've heard about Brazil's kissing culture, right? It's amazing. If you haven't, let me tell you about it, girlies. This is why you want to come here. And
hold on. So now so let's be clear. She's already incriminated herself. Brazil has a kissing culture, girlie. So if you want to come to Brazil, this is why you want to come to Brazil, because they have a kissing culture. I'm literally on the phone right now with the police federal because she has just exposed herself, and we're going to report this to the FBI.
So this stream is him trying to say that this is Smex tourism on her part. It could be. Great points, right? Right? I agree with you. Yes, we can't say the shit that she's saying without us being viewed as sex tourists. That's true. But you know the severity of how they think of us, bro. Why would you even attempt to do what they do? Why do it? It don't make sense.
Because this is crazy. She just exposed it. Hey, if I say, hey guys, Brazil has a kissing culture. Hey, black men, Brazil has a kissing culture. You can go around and kiss on all these chicks on the beach. Be lip locking with all of them. Now,
you know what's crazy though, Skylar? That was the very reason why goddamn Austin got jammed up, because he said the same shit. And again, I agree with the point if it's a double standard, right? It being a double standard. I get it. But what you should have did is listen to them say this shit and just go over there and see it for yourself instead of putting it on video and saying it yourself. Why echo and do what they do? Why be a parrot? Why be a parrot? Why do what they do? Why don't you just go and see for yourself and experience for yourself? But I get it, man. Makes sense, but I just think that brothers need to realize we can't do certain shit. We need to just avoid that shit and go have a good time.
if I do that, if I say that, or if any other guy say that, if any male say that, there's an investigation. They're going to try to push the launch an investigation on you. Okay? But she's out here on a video that has hundreds of thousands of views, 4,700 likes, telling y'all, hey ladies, come to Brazil to start kissing on these men. Okay? If this is not sex tourism, I don't know what is. This is what you call, she's facilitating it. This is a facilitation and exploitation. Now,
and all of that is true. All of it, what he's he's making all the points. All the points make sense. But do the people of Brazil and how the system or the culture, are they going to view it the same way? That's going to be the question. That's going to be the question. Let's go.
If she tries to kiss me, to be fair, I would not stop her. Okay? And we'll just go straight to the couch. But subject for another video.
I travel a lot. I'm solo female traveling here until New Year's. So if you're also coming for New Year's, let's hang. But okay. I'm sure you've heard of Pedro do Sal. If you haven't, it's a street party with a bunch of live music, and every Monday it's really lit. I loved whenever I went there, but it really...
Yeah, Pedro do Sal is a nice little chill spot. First Class went over there with me, with another person and whatnot, that introduced it to me. But yeah, it is a lit little spot, whatnot.
It is like famous for one particular thing, and that is the fact that everybody is just like making out with each other. And I can say, yes, that is true. Basically,
No, I didn't see that in Pedro do Sal, where people's out there just kissing openly. I personally haven't seen it, and I've been there like 4 times, I think. Yeah, 4 times. And I haven't yet seen that. So, but then again, she could be right. I mean, maybe they did it later on that night at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning.
just lock eyes with the boy, and then if you both kind of give that vibe, you just start kissing. And then it's like hey, okay, like, what's your Instagram? And then you like, I don't know, you just follow each other on Instagram after that. That's kind of just how it is. You can see them again if you want to.
Hey, she is straight, though. I ain't gonna lie. She is definitely straight. It'd be someone I fuck with, for certain.
Too, but like, you know, you don't have any real, it's not necessary to go home with them. Like, everybody's just like, hey, like, we're just here to kiss, and that's fine.
You know what? There's actually Brazilians out there that look just like this, bro. White Brazilians. They look just like this with the curly hair and everything, bro. Finer than a mofo.
I made out with 4 different people when I was in Pedro do Sal.
So she went to Pedro do Sal Every Monday, you can go there. It's in Central, and she made out with 4 men in one day, and she's celebrating. So that's promotion. I'm on a hello, Police Federal. Hello. I got an ex Taurus over here on TikTok.
You know, my thing is, again, you're making is a very well taken point. I'm with you. But 1MT, have you learned from YouTube? And you're a YouTuber. You think we can get away with the same shit they can get away with on YouTube? No. What about TikTok? You had guys to complain about doing red pill content on TikTok because they're afraid that they're going to get kicked off because TikTok has become a feminist, app. So guys have to sort of be careful with what they're saying even on TikTok. You ain't learned from, TikTok? Why you don't think that doesn't apply to even everyday life in Brazil? They're not going to let you get away with it, bro. Period.
She bad, but she's over here facilitating sex tourism, and she's trying to encourage a bunch of women to go to Pedro do Sal to lip.
And I'm going to tell you something, Skylar. The great point that you've made, I can promise you they're not going to persecute none of the women for doing what they're doing. You know that. We all know that. It makes sense what you're saying. We're thinking with logic and reason, but the way the cultures are shaped, they're not going to do women like they do men. And thus is why you see more men in prison than you see women. Because they're going to give women more of the benefit of the doubt than men. Do I agree with it? No. I'm saying that's how it is. Period.
Lot with a bunch of Brazilian men. I think this is an exploitation. Okay? Hold, please. So what are we talking about?
And the reason for this, though, 1MT, is they look at men as more of a threat than women, based off of the ability to be violent, bro. Violent men could be way more violent than women, bro. And that's the reason why they're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Women are not too far from kids. They're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, they damn near categorize them damn near in the same compartment. So thus, the adult or the more dangerous person is going to be the man. That's why they look at it the way they look at it. And again, for the record, I don't agree with it because they're a functional adult. She's clearly talking about encouraging women to come over there to have some intimacy, in a sense, with Brazilian people based off the culture, right? Which could be viewed as sex tourism, but are they going to look at it that way? No, they're not going to do it. So why even waste your time trying to shame, blame, and explain to people what's right? They're not going to believe it, 1MT.
Am I crazy or am I not crazy? I need you guys to tell me in the comment section. This is sex tourism. If I get on TikTok and I say, listen, guys, you go to Pedro do Sal, there's going to be a bunch of baddies over there, a bunch of attractive Brazilian women. You just look at them, you lock eye contact, and then you just kiss on them. They'll be like, what's Skylar? That's assault. Well, you're going to have a bunch of ninjas on the internet and a bunch of Americans saying that's assault. That's sexual assault, Skylar. So what is she doing? Is it sexual assault or is it not?
You can act a damn fool all you want, bro. You can put all the theatrics to it and all, bro. I'm not calling it an assault. I'm going to say that you're not going to get the same benefit of the doubt. Ain't no need you to shame, blame, and explain to these people basic logic. We clearly hear what she's saying. You're right. But why do you think you're going to get the same benefit of the doubt? You're not. Leave it alone. It's over. Be indifferent to it. That's what I'm learning to do. Ain't shit you can do about it. It's just like even with the dating culture in America. I'm kind of slowly getting away from worrying about what these hoes, or even getting emotional about it. It is what it is. You just got to deal with it from that lens and adjust. When you really look at it, though, Skylar, man, I think there is a jealousy of the fact that they can make content, get more views, more exposure, better opportunities to make money on social media, which they're allowed to exert power in that sense, and we're not able to do it. I get it. I agree. You know what I'm saying? But can you really change that shit? It ain't gonna get changed, bro. Because one thing is for certain, Skylar, and you know this, you old enough to understand this, you mature enough and smart enough to understand this, is that them women are going to, first of all, stick together. And then number two, the women are going to have simp-ass men backing them too. Okay? So that's why you're going to lose this argument. You're not going to win at all. All them women going to stick together, and then you're going to have some simp-ass men going to also ride with them. So why even fight that fight? Leave them fucking people alone, bro.
I'm about to go crazy up in this motherfucker. I done had too much coffee. What are we talking about?
Like without even trying. Like I could have done more, but like, you know, I have some standards. Brazil.
I could have done. She said, "Hey, I kissed 4 guys. I could have done more, but I have standards." Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Do you honestly believe that she went to Brazil and she just went to Pedro do Sal and she just kissed a bunch of Brazilian guys and then just went home? Or did she get her walls filled? Because I'm going to guess, I'm a betting man, that she got her back blown out in Brazil. She got her back blown out in Brazil, bro. This is why people say, well, Skylar, when you're in Brazil, don't the Brazilian guys get angry with you when you be with all these Brazilian girls? Don't they get angry with you and upset with you and all this type of stuff? The answer is no, because the Brazilian men, it's the opposite side of the spectrum. Yes.
And that's true. You'll see some Brazilian guys trying to turn women on to you. That happens, even on the beach. Hey, you like her? I talk to her for you. I know you're a minimum in Portuguese, right? Yeah, they want to see, you know, Brazilian men are not jealous guys for what I've witnessed. I haven't come across any of them that were jealous. But all in all, a lot of this stuff is just something you just got to be aware of and learn how to sort of move around it. You know what I mean?
Brazilian women are beautiful, but the perception of the men is that they're extremely attractive as well. They're very attractive. They're athletic. They're in the gym. They got a nice tan. So they're going to have their pick of the litter too when these women from Europe come to Brazil. All of these French girls, these Australian girls, these women from Europe, and even some American girls, they have first dib. And they could just run up on them and just, it's an easy teardown because there's no, she's on vacation. She wants to get her back blown out a couple times. She can go back to her city, back to her state, and ain't nobody going to be the wiser. Everybody's just going to think that she's on a normal, happy-go-lucky tour. But we know the truth, that she got her back blown out at Pedro de Sal. She's kissing on and kissing all these Brazilian dudes. Like, I guarantee you she went nuts up in there. Literally.
Brazil is just such an open culture. It's really nice. Like, a lot of Latin America is like that. Like, I really recognized the value in being in Latin America.
And one thing that, out of all the time that Skylar is being in Brazil, he should know that Brazil got an element of racism, bro. Even though they're a lot, they can camouflage it a little bit better than America can. They had it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So again, I pretty much agree with everything he said. I'm just saying that he needs to be more socially aware that you're just not going to get away with it. Because one thing is for certain, them white, big, elite Brazilian people, they don't really want to see too many of us down there like that. Largely because, you know, they know that we got money. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that'll probably give you a little bit more respect than your normal, maybe darker or black Brazilian. You might get a little bit more respect, but they don't respect you like on the level of as one of them, even though you financially on the same level, damn near, because you damn near 1% of the Brazilian elitists. You part of that group. You know what I'm saying? When you travel there, but they're not gonna be embracing you like that.
Because of kissing, and I love kissing, but I'm not used to it because back home, like people don't really just like do that.
Yeah, so she's like, hey, in my home culture, Brazilian guys just don't, or American guys just don't be kissing like this. They don't be all that type of stuff. So when I'm in Brazil, I can be free. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if she let some of these Brazilian dudes finger her at Pedro do Sal.
Damn, Skylar, you that graphic? Jeez.
I guarantee you, I'm not, and again, I'm not. I'm just telling you guys what's happening, okay? Because there's some hypocrisy going on right now. A lot, and this I'm telling you, if all you got to do is search TikTok and search, because I started following a bunch of Brazilian websites. I mean, a bunch of Brazilian people, Brazilian men on X, and they are retweeting and they're reposting all of this hypocrisy because they see it. They see when American guys come and they have a good time, and they see how the women in Brazil react. The feminists in Brazil go crazy, but when an American woman or a Australian woman comes to Brazil and does the exact same thing, they're silent. So they see the hypocrisy too. Because to be fair, a lot of Brazilian dudes are RED pilled. So they see the hypocrisy. Bro, I'm telling you, we have so many videos of the yacht party in Brazil. So many videos of the yacht parties and having a good time. I cannot remember any Brazilian dudes getting angry and upset about seeing all these beautiful women on a yacht with gringos.
You know, the last boat ride I was on was with first class. We was taking a trip, whatnot, and hell, the dudes was trying to put us on their chicks. You know, the girls that was with them, they were like, "Hey, you want to holler at her?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." You know what I'm saying? But he right on that part. You know what I mean? Brazilian men, to me, and from my experience, and of course his experience, they don't seem to be jealous. That's what it appears to me like. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, he said a lot of dumb ish too on his live. Yeah, I think you're talking about the Austins. If you're talking about the Austin on this part, yeah, the him saying that black men hate black women. When we all know that Austin started his got viral on saying it's that bad. He talked about how bad black women were, how bad their hygienes were, how untrained they were, all that other shit. He called most of the people in his chat incels or socially awkward people. He talked about how we're colorists, you know what I mean? Talking about we don't go to Africa. Talked about how, you know, all we want to date is light-skinned people, but then he turned around and got a light-skinned girl jammed up with Airbnb. Got her fucked up. Right? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? You just got to look at it. So, but yeah. Okay, class, you said no scholar said some stupid ish on his live Sunday that exposed himself. I gotta look at that. Oh man. I don't know what to say, guys. Raise a race. I don't know what to say, guys. Oh man. some of these guys need to retire their camera for a while. You know what I mean? You gotta retire it for a little bit, man. I think you know, MJ. When they say it's called exposure, it's just that. It is exposure, bro. It's exposure, and I'm not saying it in a positive way. I'm saying that you could be exposed yourself to be a criminal. You know what I mean? You could be doing that. And, you know, chill. Damn. You didn't see it either. I don't know. Yeah, like, a lot of time when I be screen sharing, guys, y'all gotta excuse me. I don't get a chance to see the comment section. Maybe I don't. Maybe I need to be looking at it on my phone as you're saying it, because I'm looking at my my what's the name right now, my kick. But I need to have on my phone the live stream on YouTube so I can see what you're referencing on this. Okay, you didn't see it either. And then remember they said that's just the content is. And got his ass caught up. Yeah, I think that content, you got to be careful on what you're putting out on the internet, man. I know a lot of guys want the exposure, they want the views, and they want the, you know, all that shit. But is it really worth, you know, getting exposed? I don't think it's worth it, mate. I'd rather just keep doing it how I'm doing it. You know what I mean? I'm straight the way it is. You know what I mean? You don't like the content, so but. You know what I mean? That means that it'll be a lot easier on my end. Not worrying about nothing. You know? Some of these dudes, boy, they gonna hit the dick hard, bro. It's conversation shit on this live Sunday. Okay. Yeah. It's weird, bro. It is weird, dog. But that's how it is, I guess, dog. Let's get back to a little bit more of it before we shut this bitch down. Let's see.
What you do see is other men getting upset. White men from Europe getting upset. Black men from the United States getting upset. But not the Brazilian men. It's crazy, right? It's insanity. That goes to show you who's milquetoast and who ain't. But keep going.
Hook up with them and go home with them. It seems. But here it's just kind of like
It's crazy, right? It's typos. But what you do see is other men getting upset. White men from Europe getting upset. Black men from the United States getting upset. But not the Brazilian men. It's crazy, right? It's insanity. That goes to show you who's milquetoast and who ain't. But keep going.
Hook up with them and go home with them. It seems. But here it's just kind of like a friendly hello, more so. So yeah, if you just want to make out with some people, some hot dudes, come to Brazil and go on Mondays to Pedro do Sal.
Hey guys, if you want to make out with some hot girls in Brazil, go to Pedro do Sal on Monday. If I go on the internet and I say that, I will be arrested. Well, I probably wouldn't be arrested, but a lot of people would be angry with me. I have all these black men in the comment section, or I would have all of these expats in Brazil. They're like, Skylar, you make the block too hot, Skylar.
I bet he talking about Jeff. Damn, Jeff. You know, Jeff had a problem with Skylar too. You know, him and Skylar don't get along, so I'm sure he talking about Jeff.
You throw a yacht party, Skylar. You're making the block too hot. Oh, Skylar, you're talking about this and you're talking about that on your YouTube channel. Skylar. So you making a block hot in Brazil, Skylar? But you have women who do the exact same thing that get way more views than I do, and you niggas say nothing.
See, goes back to the content right there. That part.
Skylar, you're making the block too hot. Oh, Skylar, you're talking about this and you're talking about that on your YouTube channel. Skylar. So you making a block hot in Brazil, Skylar? But you have women who do the exact same thing that get way more views than I do, and you niggas say nothing. There's expats in Brazil who watch my channel and get angry and upset about what I say. And
I guarantee you he talking about Jeff, bro. I guarantee you he is. Because Jeff talked to me about Skylar just like he talked about Austin. He has a hatred for both of them. Matter of fact, he don't like Skylar, he don't like Austin, and he do not like EJ. Those are the motherfuckers, or now he don't like my ass. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. He said I'm racist, you know what I'm saying? Towards Asian people, but yet I'm in Asia. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, it's just crazy, bro. You can't. I don't know, dog. You just gotta take the bitter with the sweet, man. And I get it. You know what I mean? Shit ain't fair, bro. I'm with you, but you just can't do the same shit everybody else do, because they gonna have us under the microscope, man. Okay, now I can see the comments. Okay, Jeff said he taught Skylar everything about Brazil. No, he didn't say that. He was talking about how he thought Skylar think he knows everything, and how Skylar is think he all that. He was on that tip, and so he talked about how weak he was in the gym, and just look, I can outlift him, and just little petty girly shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think he was trying to connect with 1MT, and I guess 1MT wasn't looking at him as someone he wanted to connect with. So Jeff may have taken offense to it. It's just like the other guy named Dean, this dude named Dean, as in Brazil, he an expat. Now, I don't know if him and Skylar is into it, but Dean is an expat there. Then you got, of course, DJP that's there. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm not sure. I'm not there. I don't know what the interaction is, but it don't appear that he said some shit like that. So it's either got to be, I don't know if it's Dean. Maybe it is Dean. Maybe it's, damn, what's his goddamn name? Dude from Chicago. It's another dude from Chicago, older dude. He's a fucking big Democrat, hate Trump. But anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all how it goes in Brazil with the expat, since he's on this tip. Okay. Jeff don't like Dean, or vice versa. Neither one of them like each other. Jeff don't like Skylar, Austin. He don't like EJ. He don't like me. And I guess now he don't like First Class, or he don't have any problem. I don't know how it goes. But he don't like them people. Okay? Now you hear from Skylar, he's saying certain expats, so he's sort of verifying it without giving out the names. So I don't know which expat he's talking about. He could be talking about Dean. He could be talking about the other older guy that's in I think he's staying in Baja. Let me get his damn name real quick. Let me get his name real quick. What's his fucking name? Old school guy. But Jeff don't like him either. Jeff don't like nobody. Gotcha. Oh man. But yeah, Jeff stays into it with him a lot. They always arguing about damn politics and shit. I'm gonna call their name out, bro. What's that nigga name? I cannot think of his name. I wouldn't call him. I don't think his name is Greg. I'll think of it in a minute. But anyway, Jeff don't like him either. Right? They stay into it, but it's a whole lot of um, catty shit going on in them expats in Brazil. They real catty, bro. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of stay to myself, man, for the most part, you know, and keep my shit kind of slim. Because I really don't have time to be like dealing with a whole lot of cliques and motherfuckers acting weird and acting stupid and talking behind your back and all this other shit and plotting against you. I ain't got time for this shit, bro. Because when it come down to it, a motherfucker will turn your ass in. You know what I mean? So you better off just stand to your goddamn self for a little while. You know what I mean? And every now and then get a couple people that you're cool with and kick it with them just to kind of break the monotony of being by yourself. But some of these people, man, you just gotta, you know, bro. Let's play a little bit more and then we're gonna get out of here.
That is you. Fuck you. That's it. Don't watch the videos. Unsubscribe, unfollow. Because if you're going to talk shit about what I do, you got to call this shit out too. Okay? Next.
See you later. Or come with me and my friend Bruna. We're going to host some retreats and have some fun in Rio and on Ilha Grande in July with my tour company, Wild Road Tours. So if you want to come too, that'll be the time. Promise we're going to have a lot of fun.
We're gonna. I promise you. She said, listen, she said, I promise you we're going to have a lot of fun. What type of fun do you think she's talking about? I promise you we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to promise you. So she's promising that she's probably going to make sure there's some Brazilian guys there to blow all her back out and all her friends back out. Guaranteed. Okay? So, let's see if she got any more videos real quick. What's she looking like in a... What's this all about? Okay.
I'm to the point in my travels where everything is so heavy.
Uh-huh.
And I'm starting to hate everything I own, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I have like these shoes I've been wearing nonstop because I can't find another pair that I really like.
Okay, you little cutie. Currently in Brazil. All right. Well, you know. You guys let me know what you think. I think I've said enough. Am I off base? Am I crazy? Is Skylar going loco? Am I loco going loco? I need to know in the comment section.
See, y'all now heard that, bro. Again, all the points he made were great points. I mean, shout out to you, bravo. But it ain't gonna move the needle, my man. It ain't gonna change nothing. Because it ain't really nothing you can do about it. I mean, when you really get down to the nitty gritty of it, I got that dude's name on the top of my head, bro, but I don't even fuck with him no more because he's so Trump deranged. I can't deal with black people like that. But Yeah, but you can't change that shit, bro. Trying to have this hero complex to change a reality into your preference it ain't gonna you ain't not gonna change some people, man. Social media is social media. Just like he said, content is content. And if you think that you're gonna make an impact in these people's life, man, you crazy. Now you might get some people like Austin to attract some incels like a Floyd or a weirdo like Floyd, but you can't change even him because he was what he was when he met him, and he knew it. He just didn't do nothing about it. You know. Damn, what's that dude name? I know it's Dean. Let me look up. I know he's got to be Dean. I got to get that name before I get out here. I can't just. I can't just not know his name. So here's the thing, right? Here's all of them right here. My man that I'm talking about right now is right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. I can't remember his goddamn name, but Dean is with DJP. This dude right here, that's his daughter. Of course, you got DJP and his girl. Then you got Skylar, and then you got Dean. Dean is right there. All of these dudes basically are expats in Brazil. Then, of course, you got Jeff, and then you got some more people that's there that are expats. But Gary, that's his goddamn name. Gary. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff and Gary don't get along. Jeff don't like Skylar. Jeff don't like Dean. Dean don't like Jeff. It's just a mess, you know. So I don't think I would be. Um, y'all hold on, man. I don't think I want to be associated with that. We about to go off camera just for a second. Y'all hold tight. Be right back. All right, man. All right. We had to stop that other laptop because it was getting dead on us, and you know it doesn't charge well when you on the live and shit. It burns a lot of juice. All right, we up to normal. We ain't gonna do no screen sharing, so we're not gonna use that lab. We good now. Hope we all good and clear. Y'all should be able to hear your boy a little bit. But yeah, man, it's just a lot of mess in Brazil right now, man. Amongst the expats, amongst the people that they have exposed. Oh, I forgot to mention Zoe, International Zoe. I wouldn't say he's an expat there specifically, but he spends a lot of time in Brazil too. So um, I think Jeff he doesn't have a problem with Zoe. I think him and Zoe is okay. But um, but then again, it could have been Zoe. It could have been Zoe that told him, "Hey man, you're making the block high." You know what I mean? And one of the reasons I think guys want Brazil to be undercover because in my opinion, it's just really hard to not want to go, and so, but yeah, they don't want people to fuck it up, man. But again, uh, they've allowed a person to come in and represent the men that are traveling, right? And they fucked it up with some young niggas. They let the young niggas fuck it up. So my thing is, you now have to step up to the plate and revamp this shit. And maybe you'll get some proper representation. But as it stands, you stuck and glued and married to Austin and Floyd. So shout out to y'all. Hope that y'all enjoyed the stream. I haven't did any live streams because I'm trying to enjoy myself and relax. I'm doing a lot of relaxing, bro. Like yesterday, I didn't do well. I did. You know what I'm saying? Like I was with somebody. I was with them for overnight, and then they stayed up until like 9 o'clock yesterday night. You know what I'm saying? And kicked it with them for a little while, and I just chilled. You know what I mean? I just really chilled, and it looked like there's gonna be one. I wanted to go to that little sanctuary place today, but I may just do that shit tomorrow, man. Tomorrow gonna be Friday. I think I'm trying to remember my days, man. Y'all 2 o'clock in the morning there. I'm 2 in the evening here. Yeah, so tomorrow will be Friday. I'm more than likely, you know what I mean, do a lot of shit tomorrow. To be honest with you, I'm gonna stay my ass in and chill and don't do nothing. And and the thing is, one thing I like about long travel, long term traveling, is that you don't have to be in a rush to do everything at once. Like you have to party every night. You have to have a girl every night. You have to goddamn do content every day, and you have to, you know, just shuffle and do everything at once. I don't like to live my life like that, bro. I lived my life like that for a long time. And me getting older, I'm not in a rush to do a whole lot of shit. I want to take my time and enjoy a place and just really embrace it and soak it in. And for me, the only way to do that uh, is to extend or have a long trip. You know what I'm saying? And take it as if you live there. So at least that's the illusion that I like. And so that. Uh, hey, how you doing? How you doing? She said, "How was Thailand?" Anaya. Yeah, that's my niece's name, Anaya. Anaya, Thailand is great. Thailand is great. Is everything that I thought it would be. Is living up to the expectations. It's it's exceeded it, and I haven't did really much of anything for real, but walked around the city to try to figure out exactly where I'm at and all of that stuff. And it's just everything I wanted it to be. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's real good. I ain't gonna lie to you. And cheap, yeah. It's well, let me say this. Price wise, yes, Thailand is cheap, but it's not cheap. Okay. First and foremost, the plane tickets are not cheap. Secondly, the Airbnbs could be cheaper if you go the route that I take, which is get with a realtor and book an apartment, like on a contract. You know what I mean? Like how you would get an apartment in the United States. So that's the route I took instead of taking Airbnb, because Airbnb could be a little bit more expensive. And so I'd rather pay what I have paid versus what I would have paid if I went the Airbnb route. So I may have saved myself maybe $1,000, maybe 1,100, based off the just that. So and then the reason why Thailand is not cheap, because every night it's a Friday or a Saturday, it's a weekend. Okay, every night, it don't matter if it's Sunday or Saturday, it's the same. Okay, thus, if you are a person that is a partier, somebody that likes to be out all the time doing every goddamn thing, you're gonna go broke. Okay, even though the prices of everything is cheap. Now you can get a beer uh uh when you go out, it says about 350 baht. I've had a beer for 350 baht, which is 11 goddamn dollars for one beer. So that's not cheap. I had one, it was 200 baht, which was $6. So I range it between $6 and $11 for a beer. Okay, and it all depends on where you go, what club, if it's an upper end club or whatever. So, but also what makes it not cheap is if you're out and about every day, because again, this place is littered. I'm talking about, and overpopulated with just stores, restaurants, malls. Pattaya probably got about 5 malls, man. Maybe I wouldn't say five. I've only seen three, but you go in that store, man, I'm gonna tell you something. In 2 days, I probably spent about about 1,800 in 2 days. And the reason why is because I got three suits tailored. I mean, you know, man, I was gonna get some suits tailored anyway, so it was part of my budget. But I got three suits tailored with three pair of I got some ostrich shoes, I got some gaiters, and I think the rest of them, the other pair was like some regular cowhide shoes. So I got those three suits, those three shoes, two belts, gaiter belts, three dress shirts to go with it, and they got my name on the sleeve and all that shit. Those three suits ran me around about 1,200 bucks, which is, I mean, it's cheap, right? It's cheap. 1,200 for three custom made suits with your name in the jacket and all that shit. It's cheap, but you somebody that's gonna be out here for a long period of time, like a year or so, that 1,200 gonna hurt. So you don't want to go. And I went and bought some clothes. Like I probably spent. I went and bought me some some clothes because my bags got stuck in India. So I need to get me some clothes. I need to go get me some soap from here and toothpaste. Well, I had toothpaste already because it was in my carry-on. But I had to get a little small shit to carry me over until my bags came in. So I went and started thinking I'm gonna get like maybe 2 outfits to get my shit at least 2 days to uh um just to make sure my whenever my shit get in. I went in that motherfucking store and bought some more shit. Shit that I didn't even need. I got clothes already. And I spent another little 300-400 just for nothing. You know what I'm saying? New cologne, more cologne. It's just I didn't need no more cologne. I got plenty of cologne. You know what I mean? But that's just how it is. So you can if you're not disciplined with your money and you go out every day, gotta do this every day, you're gonna get broke in Thailand, bro. Easy. Yep, that's the trap. People go broke partying. Yep. And spending. And Thailand gonna make you spend. That listen, I have money discipline, but I also can be tempted to buy some shit. The reason why I've spent a lot of time in my apartment just chilling, relaxing, sleeping, trying to rest up, get my body back right from working a lot. I just stay my ass in the apartment. You know what I mean? I might go and step out for a little bit, walk around a little bit, see who out, and then I'll circle back and come on back to the crib. You know what I mean? I go to Walking Street, which is about maybe a mile from here. I'll just take that walk just to get some exercise. I'll walk the goddamn Walking Street. If I kind of feel like I want to still stay out, then I just take a moto from Walker Street and go to Soy Six. You know what I mean? Go see what's out over there. Then not, I just give me 1 or 2 beers and then I just get on the moto and come on back to the apartment with somebody or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's that's cheap. I bought a pair of boots for 2,100. Yeah, well, shout out to you though. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, if you able to do the 2,100, of which I could buy some shit for 2,100. But it ain't making me no more special person than the next person, you know what I mean? So yeah, I went and bought me a few damn suits, which had great the fabric on them is oh man. So I know if that same fabric was sold in America, I know I'm gonna have to spend about 3 to 5 bands on just a custom made suit. Maybe more, maybe 7 or 8 bands. So yeah. But you got to be real careful on how you spend your money here. You got to be real careful. I mean, on one street alone, you're gonna see so many bars. It's unlike how at home. I'm not sure where most of y'all are from, but you're not gonna see that amount of bars on one street. You're not gonna see that amount of restaurants on one street. You damn sure not gonna see that amount of massage parlors and weed shops and just shit to buy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just always something to buy here, man. And I'm not complaining. Please don't take what I'm saying as though I'm complaining. What I'm saying is you you're gonna spend some money here, bro. It's just not gonna you're just not gonna walk out of here without not spending no money. You're gonna spend some money. Yeah, you definitely see them there. I mean, they'll pull on you and all that shit, but to each his own. Everybody do what they do. And I don't worry about what other people do, but it's definitely here though. You know, it is definitely there. I mean, it's hell, America has a whole bunch of sex workers. They call themselves goddamn good women. They'll tell you if I give you my body here, you better be a provider. You know what I'm saying? So I think the difference is the women are more upfront about what they want here versus somebody playing Miss Morality saying she ain't that type of chick, but yet you better have your shit together. You better have some money. You better, give her stability and security and all that shit. And this has nothing really to do with protecting her physically. It has everything protecting her, you know, with your resources and shit. So if you're able to do that, then she will at first, in a lot of cases, give you all the sex you want. You know what I mean? If you can go give her a gift, hey baby, I want you to, you know, to do this and do that, you know, I got something for you. Make it up to you, give you some and all of that. And next thing you know, it really turns into a transaction. When you really look at it, it's just a transactional thing. It's just a sneaky way of doing it or an indirect way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of these chicks talking about they want a man. They don't want nobody for their money. That's bullshit. That's a lazy woman. I never depend on my partner. That's the problem with the culture. You know what I mean? Not to push back on you. I'm just saying that's the problem with the culture right there. And that's one thing that um I like about women overseas, whether they regular or whether they workers, however, I done had them both. You know what I'm saying? Um, I like a woman that says she want and need me. You know what I'm saying? I do. Uh, it inspires me to want to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? Versus a woman that say, I don't need you, I just want you whenever it's convenient. That's not attractive. Especially like an older guy. Younger dudes probably be okay with the strong and independence and women that they got their own, they don't need no man. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I thought that shit was cute, but the more I listen to it, the more unattractive it becomes because a man really want to feel like he can put something into the woman. You know what I mean? Um, I wouldn't call it a build a bear, but he wanna believe that he's just like how women try to feel like she's contributing to him or uh she's so important to where she's an impact or positive impact on a man's life. Men want the same shit. And if a woman tells a man she don't need him, then he need to stop talking to her immediately. He needs to stop talking to her immediately because at the end of the day, she could tell you, oh, I'm not saying it like I don't like you. I'm just saying I don't need you. Well, why would you say that when you would quickly say, I need a job. I need to obey that job, right? You need a job. You need money. So why you don't need a human? Yes, you do. You do need a human. You just selective on who you say you need, right? So to me, it don't make sense for women to tell men they don't need a man or, you know, they're not gonna submit to a man. You'll submit to your job. Oh, the reason why is because you're getting paid by them. Exactly. So it's just a lack of respect for men. That's all it is. It's just a lack of respect. I'm Korean. I feel horrible if I depend on someone else. You shouldn't be. You got to depend on some. Listen, human beings are interdependent of each other. Okay, it is not human to think that you can't depend on somebody. Now, I get what you're saying when you say, um, if you're sitting there being lazy, right? Let's say, uh, you're not able to walk, and you're depending on people to do certain things for you that you're not able to do for yourself. Then yes, I could see what you're saying. Like if people don't come through or they don't follow through with what you're saying or what you want, and they disappoint you, then I can see you saying, hey, yo, I don't depend on nobody because people will let you down. Okay, I get it. You're in a situation you're not able to get yourself out of. And so You was dependent on people, they weren't able to help you, so you got discouraged and got disgruntled about it, and you say, you know what, I don't need nobody. But even with that severe case or minor, uh, a, a rare case, right? You still interdependent of everybody, somebody. You know what I mean? Like a human is built to be interdependent. You can independently pay your bills, okay. You can independently, cook. You can independently, feed yourself. You can independently go to the bathroom. You can independently, go to work. Okay, fine. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about you needing somebody, right? And you need people to do certain things for you that you don't have the time to do yourself, or you don't have the skill to do it. So people need people. Um, Human beings have listened to too much social media to dictate whether or not they're I'm this valuable to where I don't really need anybody. I could do everything on my own. No, you can't. You know, and you wasn't built to do everything by yourself. So that's just how it is, and that's where it's gonna be. As long as we are alive, we're gonna need someone for something at some particular time, because that's just the way the world works. I mean, if you get in trouble, you're gonna need somebody to bail you out. You're gonna need somebody to represent you in court, right? House catch on fire, you're gonna need somebody to come and put it out. You get in a wreck in a car, you're gonna need somebody to come and goddamn do the police report. If you get sick, you're gonna need somebody to make some medicine. You're gonna need somebody to give you the prescription for the medicine, right? Why, when it comes down to relationships, people say, I don't need nobody to pay. Yes, you do. And especially in America now, you need so many different incomes to even to survive. You know what I mean? If you're doing it by yourself, you better have multiple streams of income, or you better have multiple jobs to facilitate that multiple stream. So you need a job, you need to make money, right? You know what I mean? So I think that people need to knock that shit off, that they don't need nobody. And to me, I think most of the women that I've come across in my travels have all told me they want and need a man. And to me, that's attractive. I like to hear that. That's just the way it works. I think that most men that are not brainwashed by the matrix would love to have a woman that's traditional, that really depends on him to be a man. I think as a man, you would want to step up and be that every day, day in, day out, to take care of your family. You know what I mean? Be the one that needs to take care of the family. You know, your family should be your inspiration anyway, to go out and work hard to be the provider. But the shit done got so unbalanced to where now women say, no, we want to compete for the same jobs you men have, and we want to make the same kind of money you make. And in a lot of ways, we really want to overtake it, right? Men fought wars to build it, died to build it, sweat to build it, made it convenient. Then you want to come and take it over. It don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? And so you got these men now out here competing with women to try to get the jobs that the women are taking from them. The shit called DEI and affirmative action and all that stuff. You know what I mean? To really hinder men in a lot of ways from getting those good jobs so they could be the providers that they need. And I think that um, if we continue down that slope, then you're gonna have more of these people thinking like that. I don't need nobody. I could do it on my own. Well, That's all. That's all. You know, neither here nor there. You know what I mean? But anyway, we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. We're gonna continue to relax for the rest of the day. Thank y'all for coming through. We've been on for 2 hours. You know, thank y'all for coming through. But be out there traveling, man. Make sure y'all are safe and being smart. Follow the laws of each country. And matter of fact, to make yourself safer. And I'm not saying because I'm from America, I'm just saying that's how we should govern ourselves as ambassadors when we go overseas. What you can't get away with in America, okay? Use that same logic and follow that same law overseas. And you might come out better, okay? If the age of consent is 18 in America, and really in a lot of cases just say 21, just say, hey, 21, all right? Don't worry about if a country says the age of consent is 14. Don't even deal with that shit. Okay. If this country say no, the age of consent is 10, don't even follow that shit. Take your American mindset and follow the American law and just say, hey, if she ain't 21, she can't buy a goddamn beer, and she ain't got an ID, you know, the correct ID with her name and all that shit on there and birthday. If she ain't at least 21, I don't care what they law say. I can't deal with it. I can't fuck with it. All right, because you may mess around and get in a jam. Also, stop filming every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Think in terms of what you need to put on that camera. You know, and remember that a lot of these countries don't want a foreigner putting on the web a misrepresentation of their country. Although a lot of these things are part of their culture, they don't want the exposure like that. You know what I mean? To what their culture is. So, excuse me. Recognize that, respect that, and I think a lot of us would be straight. But however, we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Definitely appreciate y'all for coming through. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on YouTube and also over there on Kick. Make sure you follow us on Kick. Hit that subscribe button right there on Kick. When you see the follow, make sure you go to that little small box right there next to the follow button and subscribe. Need subscribers over there on Kick. Definitely appreciate that. But we're gonna get out of here, man. This your boy Bama right here at Free Man Travel. I'm definitely out of here, dog. Peace.